Hi, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to discuss about data types in C. Data types in C programming is a set of values and is determined to act on those values. Already that we discussed, it's a procedure in a C programming language to inform to the compiler that which type of data is going to handle with this variable. That we have to inform through this declaration. So data type in C programming is a set of values and is determined to act on those values. C provides various types of data types which allows the programmers to select the appropriate type for the variables to set its values. Okay, based on the requirements, based on the problems that we are getting while writing the program. We are using these data types to solve those problems. Data types in a programming language is a collection of data with values having fixed meaning as well as characteristics. Some of them are integers, floating points, characters, etc. Usually programming language specifies a range value for the given data type. Every programming languages are using data types based on the necessity of the program, based on the solutions that we have to find for the program. We are deciding which data type that we are using for calculations and all, or printing a value or solving these arithmetic problems. We are deciding which data type are used for storing the values. Okay, so data type in a programming language is a collection of data with values having fixed meaning as well as characteristics. For example, if you want to add two whole numbers, we will use integer values. Decimal values, we are using floating point declarations. So likewise, each and every every data type having its range of values. From this, for example, if it is an integer variable, the integer variable can store a value from minus to positive. That range also defined. So C data types are used to identify the type of variables when it declared. Which type of variable that we already discussed, which type of variables are using here in the C programming that we have to declare, that we are declaring to the compiler that the variable x or y is used for storing integer value or a character or a string or a alphabet or etc. So we are using to declare or identify the type of variables when it is declared. Identify the type of return values of a function. So this is somewhat vague for you now because we didn't discuss about functions. Anyway, you just note it down that identify the type of return value of a function. Okay, so I will explain what is the meaning of this statement. We already discussed that in a structured programming we have a system that we are following the sequential order, and in the sequential order we are also maintaining the modularity of the program. Modularity in the sense, if we have a big program, we will divide those programs into small programs with the help of functions. Okay, and we will segregate the programs based on the functionality of the program. So each and every functionality of the program we will write a function for that, and each and every function will have a label, and that function has some responsibilities, that this function will return a value, some of the functions may not return a value. So likewise, identify the type of the return value of a function. Okay, then identify the type of parameters expected by the function. So while segregating the program into small programs, we have to pass those values from one function to another, or the main function to the sub function. At that time we are restricted to pass the values, that is some specific values has to be passed, then only another function may work. So at that time we have to set the parameters for that. So which type of parameters are getting passed, that is another important thing. So that also we have to specifically mention while writing the program. So identify the type of the parameter expected by a function. So these three are the basic functionalities of C data types, identify the type of the variable, identify the type of the return value of a function, identify the type of the parameters expected by the function. C provides three types of data types. First one, primary built-in data type. Those built-in data types are void, int, character, double, float, etc. Then second one is derived data type. They are arrays, references, pointers, etc. Third one is user-defined data types, structure, union, and enumeration. These are the concepts that we will discuss all these things in the future classes. So while discussing all those concepts, you may understand very clear about what we are discussing here. Okay. So every C compiler supports 5 primary data types. First one, void. It holds no values and it's generally used for specifying the type of the function or what it returns. If the function has a void type, it means that the function will not return any value. That I just discussed about the function of a program. We are segregating the functions into small programs. At that time, there is a question: what is the functionality of this particular function? Whether this function returns some value, or whether this function, after the execution of this particular function, whether we will get any result from this function, or it is just a procedure to execute these particular statements, or whether we are passing any parameters or on to the function. So all those things are a very mandatory thing for a function. In this case, void, I already discussed that the meaning of void is nothing, no value, it holds no value. That means if nothing is there, if nothing is getting passed or nothing is getting returned, then we are mentioning with the data type void. Okay, then int used to denote an integer type, character denotes the character type, float and double denotes the floating point type, the decimal values. To mention the decimal values in a C program, we have a data type named as float and double. Then we will discuss what is the difference between float and double in the next slide. Int star, float star, character star. If a star is mentioned along with this data type, then we can understand that it denotes a pointer type. So what is a pointer? That all we will discuss. Okay, I don't want to confuse with saying all those concepts in a single stretch. You may get confused. Just for exam point of view, just understand these slides. Okay. This is our overview of data types. Character. If you want to store a character value in a variable, we will declare that variable under the data type char, C-H-A-R, char. Okay. It's mentioned that it's control string. Its control string is %C. Unsigned character also control string %C. So what's the difference between signed and unsigned? Unsigned character or unsigned character or unsigned integer or unsigned any unsigned values are all positive values, not negative values. Here character %C, its storage size is 1 byte. Its range value starts from -128 to +127. So this -128 to +127 is the range. ASCII value of a characters are mentioned here. ASCII values. Okay. So every alphabet having a human understandable language, that is A, B, C, D, E, F up to Z, and its machine understandable language for a compiler is not machine understandable language. For converting these alphabets to its corresponding object code, we are using ASCII values. ASCII values of every characters starts from -128 to 127. It may contains slash, star, every space, enter, shift, arrows. What are all the keys available on your keyboards? All those keyboards keys available on the keyboard is having this ASCII values. So its range starts from -128 to +127. So unsigned character always represents the positive values. Its range starts from 0 to 255. 1 byte value. 1 byte is the memory storage capacity for this data type. Sign character and sign character both are same, 1 byte minus 128 to 127. Integer, its control string is percentage %d. Its size varies from 2 to 4 bytes. If it is a 16-bit computer, it's 2 byte, and 32-bit computer, it is 4 byte. So olden days we have 16-bit computers. Nowadays we have 32-bit and 64. So based on the computer where the compiler is running, this size may vary. So 2 to 4 byte is the difference, and its range starts from minus 32,000 to 768 to plus 32,767. That's the range of a integer data type. Signed integer also the same, 2 byte. I didn't mention the same for all those cases. It's same, it's applicable for all the cases. Based on the machine, it depends. Minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Unsigned, remember, every unsigned data types having positive values. That is very important. Positive values will be considered for unsigned data type. Then shortened is same for the same for the integer. Signed shortened also having the same. Unsigned shortened, it's positive again. Okay. Then the only difference here is long int. If you want to represent long values, that is double value, greater values, greater values than this range starts from minus 32 to 32,768 to plus 32,768. That is a normal integer range. If you want to store a value greater than that, then we can go for a long int, a percentage %ld, 4 byte. Its range is these values. You don't want to remember all these ranges, just remember the character and integer. That is enough. Okay, don't remember this long int range, and this is for your understanding that I just mentioned here. Signed long int, it includes negatives and positive values. Unsigned long int, only positive values. Float, we don't have any range, but float is the control string is %f. Its size is 4 byte. We can store up to 4 byte values in the float variables. Double variable is 8 byte. The only difference is float and double can store decimal values. That is the main intention of these two data types. But the only difference of these two is the size. Float can accommodate only 4 byte of data. Double can accommodate 8 byte of data. That is very important. You have to understand that. Long double, it's 10 byte. LF is a control string used for this. Okay. And these are the sample declaration method or syntax. For integer declaration, we are mentioning like this: int space a equal to 4000. Last class we discussed the rules and regulations of identifiers. So that also you have to maintain while declaring a variable here. Int a equal to 4000 is a positive integer data type. Float, remember, decimal points are mentioned here. Float b, 5.2324, float data type. Character, listen, if you want to mention or store a character, then we will declare like this: character chr char c equal to z, capital Z or small z, it's case sensitive. Okay. Then long d, if you want to store long value, integer values with more, if the range is greater than 32,767, then we can use long d. Its control string is %ld, remember that. 41,657 is the value that we are storing in this variable d, and long e is an example. Okay, minus 21,556. Okay, then normal int, again it's for declaring a minus value, it's same because this range starts from minus 3, minus 32,768 to, so minus 185 is in the range. That is the meaning. Short g, very simple, 130. Short h, minus 130 is applicable. Double, listen, the storage capacity of double and float is different. For float, the storage capacity is 4 byte and double is 8 byte. So similarly, you can just look into that difference, the number of decimal values stored in this double and this one also, very difference is there. That is why it is float is 4 byte and double's capacity is 8 byte. Then another float data type is -3.55. These are the examples for your understanding. Okay, that's all about the data types, and in the next classes I will explain with the program for you to understand the usage of data types in C programming. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, please message me, contact me. We will clear the doubts. Okay.